Okay, this is in this tutorial we're going to look at how we can create a navigation buttons using CSS only to link to the hyperlink tags, and we're not going to use any images or generate buttons. We're just going to create buttons using pure CSS. Okay, so first thing we need to start learning is you should have by now know little bit more about using ID and class, because in this case that's what we're going to be using quite a lot. Next thing you guys need to learn is understanding the list orders, or how we can display contents as a list format. I'm not going to teach you how the list works. I'm going to teach you how to create a navigation button using CSS. Now, if you get confused, you will need to do the research. Okay, I can't help you in that case. Okay, so the first thing we need to do is was my navigation buttons I want to create for this web page. It's going to have home, part-time, full-time, and contact us. Okay, I'm just going to put it down like so that way it's better to see the code, because we're going to expand this area, especially the navigation part. Okay, now in order to better control, just in case you're going to have another navigation in the future, I don't know at the moment. Okay, this navigation we're going to ID it, ID equal main underscore nav. Okay, so that way if we use this nav tag again, we can declare it as something else, so that way we can better control using the layout.css. By doing this, it's not going to do nothing much difference, because it's still picking up the nav in the CSS. So instead of using nav here now, I'm going to call it hash main underscore nav. Okay, so again it's nothing different, it's just we better managing, better controlling, and we making a unique tags that you understand what they are for. Just double check here, it's called main nav and is an ID is called in, so quickly save it. It's already saved, so press F5. You won't see much difference at the moment. Okay, now if I go back to index, then here I need to create a listed order, so I'm going to open a tag called UL, close that tag. Now because this tag is inside nav, all this information needs to be tabbed inside it. That way I can close the UL tag properly. Okay, can you see that? Okay, now based on this, if I save this, press F5, it just creates nothing at the moment. It just made it in centrally. Okay, now within this UL there is a tag we can use inside UL, and it has to be within UL, is called LI. Okay, these are now we generating individual list. So can you see what I'm doing? Started LI and I'm closing LI tag. Okay, so if I save this now and check the browser, can you see it's created a list bullet point? Press F5 here. Yep, so I'm just going to do the same thing. So I'm just going to type in there starting of the list, and then I'm going to close the list, save it, go there. So all my menu buttons are going to appear as a bullet point list. Now this is what I want to do, the menu buttons to go across, not coming down. Okay, and it should not display the bullet points. It is going to have some form of a rectangular box, nicely centered, and not only that, when the mouse moves over the menu button, is going to change color. So this is the angle we need to go to. Okay, now in order to do this properly, we need to give this UL and LI unique names, so that way we can control it better. So with the UL, it's going to be ID, and I'm going to call it UL underscore main. That way, if we decide to use more UL for another navigation, I know that UL underscore main belongs to the main navigation system. Okay, and now we go and control this UL. For doing this, we are going to create a new CSS, completely brand new. Okay, because we want to separate it out. So the layout is for the layout, the navigation is going to be for the navigation. So just quickly save this and create a new tab by clicking the new. Going to go to file, save as. I'm going to call it main nav dot CSS. Okay, and just put a comment in this page. Remember how to comment. Main navigation for London College, star and backslash. Okay, so in order to call that tag here and make a better control, I've called it UL main. So I'm just going to call it back here, hash UL underscore main, open curly bracket, close curly bracket. Now I need to set some ground rules. What are we going to do with that? Okay, so the first thing we need to do in here is we want it to be displayed in line, so that way it doesn't go down, everything comes in one line. Okay, so we said display colon in line, and quickly save this. See what the effect of this makes it. It doesn't do anything. Has it? Oh, the reason why it's not working is we have not say to the index page that we need to embed this main nav into the index, so we need to quickly do that. So all I'm going to do is go inside the head tag all the way at the top, underneath the title, underneath the meta, and I'm just going to copy these two lines and just paste it above the other links. Control C, Control V, and this is the main page. So this is not going to be the main page layout, this is going to be the main navigation start sheet link. Okay, and we need to change the name from the layout to call it main nav.css. So main nav.css, save it. I hope this works. Go to the browser, press F5. Can you see what he's done? So he's taken the bullet points out. However, that's what not supposed to happen. Let me just double check what's going on. Now, okay, I think I made a mistake. It should be margin is supposed to be 0 and padding to be spelling padding to be 0, sorry, 0px, need to be careful, 0px. Save that. Hopefully what it's going to do is, can you see the spaces at the top and bottom and all this stuff? It's going to clear that out. So let's see if that works. There you go. Okay, now we're just declaring that. Now what we need to do is control in the index page, control the individual LIs and make the box appear. Now because it's going to be the repetition, ID is the unique element of this. now we're going to do the li, and then later on we're going to do the hyperlink part as well. So for each li we're going to declare li as class and keep the name with same thing. So I'm going to call it L in the quotation li underscore main. Okay, and I'm just going to use the same thing, control C. Well, it's called li main. So we're going to save this and open up in here to see what's happening. So it's going to be, because it's a class, we need to open it in CSS with full stop, and it's li underscore main, open curly bracket, close curly bracket. Okay, now let's see what we need to do. Okay, first thing we need to sort out is how this is going to be displayed, if I'm correct. The other code needs to go in here, display, and we need to be in line. Hopefully now it's going to make it into coming up one by one. Okay, so I'll quickly save this, press F5, please work. Nope, it's not working. Display in line. The reason why it's not working is because at the moment I've only control the first home. So if we can quickly copy this, and I'm going to just paste it in here, make sure there's gap there, and save it. Hopefully the part time is going to move up. There you go. Okay, can you see how it's controlling? Now in order for this to be controlled, I just need to add this code inside the li element. At the moment might as well just put it in there. Okay, so space control V, space control V, and save it, and hopefully now full time and contact us will jump up there as well. Okay, so F5 and F5. Go. Now what we need to do is, by creating this, we need to do little bit of way to display this in a proper way. Let's have a look. Okay, at the moment display in line, I don't know if we can add any more is in here. Okay, leave it as it is, and now if I think of more to add in there, we'll look into that. Okay, next thing we need to understand is we need to hyperlink this. So if you click here, it should go to index page. If you click on this, it will go to part-time page. If you click on this full-time, this one to contact us. Again, you need to do some research on how to hyperlink a text to another page. Okay, so the way it works is very simple. Is the code, what I'm going to do is bring this down so that way it's easier to see. So the way it starts is a href equal quotation. Within this quotation you need to add where the hyperlink is going to go to. Okay, so by clicking home it needs to go to the index page, so I call it index.html, close the quotation, close the arrow. Now I'm starting this a tag, and the idea is with linking this hyperlink to this text. Okay, so we need to stop that a tag just after home. Okay, bring this L back to the in line with the other one so you can see. Yep. Now if I save this and press F5 here, can you see what is done? It's done a hyperlink with underline. So if I press F5 here, you'll see a better one. There you go. So if I click on it, all it's going to do is refresh the home page. Yep, because the home page is always saved as index. Few things we need to understand. Okay, within this href tag, there's something called title. T-I-T-L-E. Oops, to quotation, sorry, equal. So inside the quotation you can write your message. Okay, And the idea of this, so save it, idea of this is, so press F5, press F5. So when you move the mouse over to your hyperlink, okay, you should get that little message coming up. Can you see that? It's working brilliantly with Google Chrome. Don't know why. Is it because I got space in there? Save it, press F5. There you go. So there was a mistake with the space, so be careful when you type in your code as well. Okay, oops, what has happened here? 5. Oh, okay, cool. So however, you don't write message as a text message. You need to explain or write a message what is going to happen with this button. So the idea is I can say home page. So if I save this, press F5 here, move the mouse over, you'll see home page. Press F5 here, home page. So every hyperlink you create, you need to put the title, because if you don't, you're gonna have problem when you validate your HTML code. And again, you started a tag and you don't close the a tag properly, you're gonna have a problem as well. So for example, I demonstrate here. If I delete this a tag and save it and go to my web page, press F5, and also in here, can you see everything is been hyperlinked? Every single thing underneath the home has been hyperlinked. So if I press F5 here, see, it's just a hyperlink, because you created a hyperlink, never ending hyperlink. So I need to close this tag properly. Now and then what we need to do is the same thing to others as well. Okay, so I'm just going to copy this code to make my life easier. Control C, press enter, tab 1 in, Control V, and this one is going to be part-time courses, and the hyperlink is going to go to a page called part.html. okay, we have not created it yet, we're going to create it later, but it has to be called part.html. the idea behind it is to make the page name easy to remember, and try not to put space, underscore, anything like that. Try to come up with a simple name of what the page needs to be done. So here I got part-time, which is what is going to be displayed here. However, the page, I'm going to save it as part.html, and remember to close your a tag and bring the L down in the right place. Okay, now don't forget here, you need to write your comment text what this is happening. So in this case, hyperlink to home page dash dash close arrow. So everything you do in your code, you need to hyperlink it. It's very, very important. Okay, now let me just quickly see what has happened so far. Refresh the browsers, so you can see a new link has happened. Can you see the part-time, and the message is coming up there as well? Okay, so if I click on part-time, it's going to go to a new page. However, it's telling me that it does not exist. Can't find that page, because have you created it? No. So we're going to do the same thing to save our life. So just going to bring this down, tab 1 in, paste the hyperlink tag. This one is going to be called full time courses. Remember, this title is a message that's going to appear on your web page when you move over the hyperlink. This one is going to be called full. Close your a tag, bring this down in the right place. Do the same thing to your menu button. That I want to do is for contact. Paste the hyperlink tag. This one is gonna be, I'll call it ways to contact us. ways to contact us. Okay, and the page for this is going to be called simple as contact. Remember, keep it simple, same as before. Close the a tag, bring this in there. Okay, so now can you see how this is linking? Now we got nav id main nav links closest to nav. If I click on ul id ul main is closing to ul li. Can you see how everything is linking? So a is closed, this li is for that one, this one is for this one. A, just double check everything is working perfectly, otherwise we're gonna have problems later. Okay, cool. So save that, go back there, save everything, and just quickly go back there and go back there, press F5. Okay, contact us is working fine, full-time course is working fine, part-time course is working fine, home is working fine. Okay, now what we need to do is you need to remember this li main, and we need to add one to the hyperlink. We're gonna call this one class equal, I'm gonna call it hyper underscore main. Okay, so that way we can also control this hyperlink properly the way we want to do. So I'm just going to copy that inside the a tag, space, and paste it in there, space, and paste it in there, say space and paste in there. There's nothing stopping you to just type if you just want to type it. Okay, so save this. Again, this is not going to do anything because we have not created anything for this. So let's go to the main nav. So we got li main, and now we're going to bring in the hyper underscore main. Can you see how I've created this extra additional tags, and they all link ul main, li main, hyper main. Okay, so number one we want to do here is something called text decoration. Okay, it's a new something new which you guys have not done, but it's a very cool thing. Text dash decoration colon and say none. The beauty of this is, you'll see in a minute. Can you see the underline is gone? Can you see the underline is there? But if I press F5 now, because it's going to take the new CSS. Yep. So get rid of the underline. We need to, what else we need to do? Set the text color to be a specific color than the hyperlink color. So color, set at the moment for time being, we're going to use blue. Okay, so no, blue is not a good color to use. Let's say pink, red. Okay, type in red, save that, press F5. Can you see? And now it's always going to be red. It's not going to change any color. So if press F5 here, it's red. Okay, now put the background color, fact color, say white. Save that. Okay, this, see what it's done is put a background color behind the points to be white. Okay, anything else I need to do at this float? Let's put float in there because we want to everything to work just in case it doesn't work. Go there. In fact, we can put it in here, float left. Okay, just to make sure that everything is like before, everything comes next to it. Next, float left, spelling mistake. Okay, so there they are. Everything is linking to next to each other. Let's define some okay, let's say width, say 50 px each. Save that, press F5. Okay, 50 is too small, so let's try 200. Okay, I think I put in the wrong place. Yep, it's in the wrong place. This needs to go in here. Hope this is correct. Why it's not working properly? Just let's put the border around it so you can see it better. Border 1px solid red. Okay, the borders are working. The width element is not working. That, let me just experiment. Save that. The width element, block element, block. What's happening if I put it here? So 200 is working, but because this is in here, so if we bring this in there as well, put the background color inside the li as well. Okay, sorry, so it's put in the wrong place. Okay, so 300 is too big, so just call it 100. That looks much better. Okay, next thing we need to do is menu L, we've done the color, background color is working fine, hyperlink is working fine. Okay, text size. Text size, so we're gonna say font dash size, and we're gonna make it 12px. Save that, quickly have a look at that. 12px is too small, make it say 820. Much better. And what we need to do is text align center. So in here, text dash align center. Okay, so it takes the text in the center element of the box. Let's put some padding between the box so it evens out. Okay, so at the moment margin is 100, so if we put in there padding, so say 5px, so what's going to happen is going to space the top and the bottom, left and right properly. You won't see the left and right, but the top and bottom definitely. So press F5. Can you see that? Cool, nice. Okay, next thing was left. Okay, so far so good. Next thing we want to do is something called hover. Okay, leave this for time being. I need to do a little bit more research and come back to you regarding what additional things need to add in there and the reason behind it. Okay, next thing we need to do is, again, we need to pick up the dot hyper underscore main I think, yep, hyper underscore main a hover, open curly bracket and close curly bracket. I think it has to be like so. Okay, so what we're trying to say is the hyperlink part, when it hovers, what to do. Okay, I hope this works because I'm doing it at the moment off head. So first thing I want to try to do is change the background color. So if I just quickly copy that, paste it in there, change the white color to say red. See if it works. Quickly save it, press F5. Okay, it's not working, so we need to double check what's going on. Okay, spelling mistake of Hoover is one S. Save it, press F5. Okay, it is working. Can you see that when I move the mouse over? Okay, however, what I want to do is the whole box needs to change. Okay, not just only that, but it's working. And what I can do in here as well is color to put it into white. Save that, press F5. Can you see what's happening? So when the mouse hovers over the hyperlink, yep, it changes the text color. Okay, what we can also do is say board with the moment is 100, say 102 px, Control S, F5. Okay, it's not working on this time. Press F5 here, it's working, but the width is not working, so I need to do a little bit more research on the width element. Okay, basically I'll leave it to here for you guys to experiment, because I need to get a little bit more information on this menu button, which we'll discuss on the second video. And hopefully if we see if there's an urge to create another navigation on the side where possible. So just to conclude, in this video we looked at how we can expand the nav tag using additional point of declaring it as an ID main nav. The reason behind that, just in case we want to create a new nav later on inside the section or just before the section area. We declared a uniform listing order and declaring that as ID UL main, that way, which is controlled by new CSS import, the main nav. And then not only that, we looked at how we can hyperlink your pages, okay, not using the images, just text, and looked at the code, how it's written. Starts with a href href is the link to the page, and the tag close a tag around the text. Why we need to use a title attribute within the hyperlink tag? What is the main purpose behind it? We also declared the hyperlink as classed hypermain. Now this is the reason why is because just in case if we decide to have more hyperlinks in the page, is can be controlled separately, whereas this hyperlink is going to be controlled by hypermain, which can be found inside the main nav. Hopefully in the next tutorial I'll try to help you to make these buttons slightly better, and that's it. Good luck. Can't find the video. Where is it? Where is it rendering? Where is the program gone? Where is the program gone?